What up, homies of the interwebs? Welcome to Longhorn Harley-Davidson and the greatly awaited, delayed LiveWire. It was supposed to come out in August, and here it is. Quite a bit of delay. Had some issues in manufacturing, but we were happy that they went ahead and took care of that before there was an actual issue, you know, with once the customer had it in hand. So it's here. This one is available right now. As you see it, this one belongs to the Longhorn Harley-Davidson. So if you're wanting to test ride on and actually buy one, a serious buyer for this motorcycle, this is here for you to check out. So you can call us here at 972-988-1903. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. But let's go over some of the features here in a second. But let's go and do a little highlight reel, shall we? Roll the tape. So, oh man, it's an interesting looking motorcycle, isn't it? So I've done a couple reviews on these. They're I'm already, like, my heart is pumping already. There's very few motorcycles that do that for me, and this is the one that makes my heart beat a little harder than the other motorcycles. So you got the inverted front end right off the gate, got some sexy Brembo brakes, dual disc, and of course you got as well on the rear. I'll show you. I'll go around. Pow, a smaller caliper on the back, of course, because you want to use that front brake more than anything else. And the Showa suspension, of course, it's been used. Sorry about that. Harley has used Showa suspension in the past, I believe, but it's nothing like this. Obviously, mono shock is kind of what you would want on a sport bike anyways, for better handling, and there you have it. So moving over to the rear end, you got turn signals, brake light, all that. However you feel about it, that's all aesthetics more than anything. I'm pretty sure they'll come up with aftermarkets in the future to, you know, kind of change the look of it as well. Moving on to what is the battery. It's a very expensive battery, which is probably most of the cost of this motorcycle. Then you got the power plant on the bottom, if you can call it a power plant. I guess you could call it a power plant. But LED headlight, LED turn signals, LED everything. Let's go ahead and get on it real quick. So when you go ahead and push that button, the whole display lights up, and got your traction control, high beam, all that kind of jazz. ABS. To start it will tell you to raise the stand, which we'll do real quick. Boom. And then it says press start. So we'll go ahead and do that. And you see the green lights on each side. It is on. So you have the little indicator on the top left. They'll show you that as well. This is a touchscreen as well, and you can, like, change, like, ride modes and all that kind of stuff. Right now we're at 91% battery power, 95 mile range. And one thing that it may take you a second to get used to is there is no clutch, of course, and you only have the brake lever on the right. So yeah, it'll kind of throw you off a little bit, but if I'm honest with you, it doesn't take long to get used to that. On the front, you'll also have the with the inverted front end, the Showa suspension. You can adjust the compression and the rebound on the right side, and of course the preload on the left side. So right now it's on eco mode, which I can guarantee you it's not going to stay like that for very long. So let's get cracking, shall we? Get somewhere where we won't get to it. Right there. Got those Scorcher tires, and oh boy, am I excited. So in eco mode, see who's behind me. No one's behind me. Gonna slow down, and ready, set, go. That was an eco mode. Of course, when you brake is when it recharges its energy, and it's a very interesting feeling. If you haven't got a chance to test ride one, I mean, it will win your heart immediately. And the acceleration is not a violent acceleration whatsoever. If anything, it's a very smooth acceleration, and the best way to describe it is it just goes. It just absolutely goes, no problem whatsoever. The suspension around here, actually this corner, they kind of tore up, gave some texture because a lot of people were sliding off on that curve. And usually you feel the road on any other Harley-Davidson. On this particular model, it's like you're riding on glass. The suspension, to me, is one of the most impressive things about this motorcycle, because we all just kind of already expected it's an electric motorcycle. It automatically is going to fly like nobody's business. You're gonna have the cruise control right out the gate. Everything is like a one-touch, kind of like, you know, you've seen other models, all that stuff that came out in 2014 with the Project Rushmore bikes. You see a lot of similarities here. The turn signals are just like you would expect on a Harley-Davidson, left on left, right on right, not like a metric bike where you have one switch on one side. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and change modes. We have it on track mode, I believe, right now, and it's sport mode right there. Got that cool little red S. It means power. Let's see, I'm gonna stick in 30, and then before we get to the exit that I'm taking, I'll slow down. How about that? All right, let's see, 30 and just like that. 60. Man, I wish there wasn't that much traffic, but man, this bike is absolutely amazing. Absolutely exciting. Oh man, it just gets, and my heart is pumping so hard right now. The excitement that this motorcycle produces in your system, it definitely gets your adrenaline going. Everything on here feels absolutely solid. I mean, it is and you look at it, and just sitting on this thing, it just feels like it's going to be a very heavy bike, but it absolutely is not. And it's so effortless and so smooth, I can't even begin to describe it. It is, you just give it a throttle and it just speeds up, and you're seeing the speedo right before your eyes, and there's like, it does not feel like you're going that fast at all whatsoever. Let's see if I can slow down here in a second. Mama! Trust me, if you are in the market for a motorcycle, if you're in the market for a sport bike in general, because this is what it is. It's a sport bike. So the Bronx is coming out here soon, or you know, the Street Fighter. The Street Fighter, the one that's coming right out. I can only imagine how amazing that motorcycle is going to be, which is going to be, you know, naked sport bike. This thing right here, for what it is, for what it was built, this is not a touring model. It is not set up as a touring model. To everybody that complains about the range, guess what? This bike is not for you. So if you're looking for something, I want to go on road trips and this and that, trust me, you do not want to buy this motorcycle. But you're a commuter such as myself, and you're not going too far. You got anywhere between 30-40 minute commute. This would make your commute that much better. Trust me on that one. Let's see. Accelerate. I'm giving it half throttle right there. And full throttle. Oh my gosh! It never ceases to surprise me how amazing this motorcycle is. The acceleration is beyond belief. Whew. And trust me, man, I love old motorcycles. I love old Harley iron, and that Harley just absolutely blows every expectation out of the water with this motorcycle. And it might be what Harley purists want to see, but the truth of the matter is that it's here, and it's not going anywhere. Oh man, what an exciting ride. Anyways, this one is for sale right now. Go and check it out here at Longhorn Harley-Davidson in Grand Prairie, Texas. Man, until I see you then, get on your Harley and get some wind therapy. Later.